right, 7-6 math. So we are doing lesson 51, rounding decimal numbers. So go ahead and open up your textbook to page 275, page 275. All right, so rounding decimal numbers. As you can see, I have a little bit of a different setup here. Since, as you guys know, my touch screen has not been working as well. It's kind of lagging. So I tried a new little setup here with my phone, and then that phone is projecting down onto my little whiteboard here. So if you're wondering why it all looks different, that is why. So, all right, let's get started here with rounding decimal numbers. So open up your book to page 275. All right, so rounding decimal numbers. Example 1, Dan wanted to buy a tape for $6.89. The sales tax rate was 8%. Dan calculated the sales tax. He knew that 8% equaled the fraction 8 over 100, and the decimal is 0.08. To figure the amount of tax, he multiplied the price, 6.89, so $6.89, by the sales tax rate, 0.08. All right, so example 1, we're going to do exactly that. Example 1, so step 1, 6.89 times 0.08. So I'm multiplying my total price of the tape by the sales tax in decimal form. Okay, so first take 8 times 9, which is 72. Carry my 7. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 7, that's going to give you 71. Carry my 7 again. Now I have 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48, plus another 7 is going to give you 55. 55. So 50, right now my answer is 5,512. What I need to remember is that I need to move my decimal. I have, how many points after the decimal? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where I say 4 decimal places is how many times I need to move my decimal. So I start here, move it once, twice, 3, 4 times. My decimal is now right there. So my answer is going to be 0.5512. In money terms, I need to round it to the nearest 100. So I look at the 5, take a look at the 1. Do I round up or down? Or do I stay the same? I just stay the same. So my answer is going to be 55 cents is how much tax is added on. All right, 55 cents. So that's how much sales tax is added on. That's the sales tax. All right, so let's try example 2. Let's try example 2. Example number 2. Sheila pulled into the gas station and filled the car's tank with 10.381 gallons of gas. Round the amount of gas she purchased to the nearest 1/10 of a gallon. So let's write out that number for gas. 10.381. 10.381 gallons. So let's name all my places here on the right side of the decimal. Right here is my tenths place. My tenths place. The 8 is in the hundredths place. And then the 1 is in the thousandths place. All right, so it wanted me to round it to the nearest 10ths place. So I'm going to cut it off right there. going to cut it off right there. I am working with 10.3. So I need to say, am I going to round my 3 up, or am I going to leave it the same? 8 is greater than 5, so I'm going to round the 3 up. So my answer would be 10.4 gallons. Very important to remember those units. Do not forget your units. So 10.4 gallons would be my answer there. All right, last example on page 276 is example 3. Example 3. Oh, and just a heads up, A through C, you're rounding to the nearest cent. D through F, you're rounding to the nearest tenth, which is what we just did in example 2. And then G through I is where we're going to round to the nearest whole number. And that's what we're about to do here in example 3. So G through I is very similar to example 3. So we have estimate the product of 6.85 and 4.2 by rounding the numbers to the nearest whole number before multiplying. That's a key word there, before multiplying. So that means I do not have to multiply the decimal numbers. I can just round them to the nearest whole number. So I have 6.85 and I have 4.2. So I need to round them to the nearest whole number. My whole number for 4.2 is 4. So I need to look at the 2 right here. Do I round up or do I stay the same? I stay the same. So my 4.2 is going to be 4. And now my whole number for 6.85 is 6. So I need to look at the 8 right here. Do I round up or down, or round up or stay the same? I round up because the 8 is greater than 5. So my answer here is going to be 7. So 4 and 7 are my whole numbers. And then it said to estimate the product. So I need to, product means multiplication. So I am going to take 4 times 7, which is 28. So 28 would be my answer there. All right, so that's what you're going to do for letter G through I, except all it wants you to do is round to the nearest whole number. Yeah, and that's it for that. So that is it for your math for today for lesson 51. If you guys have any other questions, please reach out to me if you need help with any of the questions. All you are doing is page 276, A through J, and then 1 through 20 all. All right, so that is all you have. You do not have to take notes on all of this that we just did. All you need to turn in is the homework. If you want to, you can take notes on your own though, but you just don't have to turn in your math notes. You need to turn your science notes in. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. So good luck and let me know if you have any questions.